it is great honor to help in the Neng Wang's campaign because, work for our community more than 30 years without personal agenda. I really think it's about the time to much pay attention to the local community, what's going on with it. Because, you cannot say who is the next president. Nobody can guess. Can you tell me who will be election for next president? Nobody know. And nobody know what will be happen in the future. And you can see how New York City and New York State running now. It's just scaring a lot of people. It's damaging a lot of small business owner. And without a small business can doing well, how the community is going to be? So, during the Neng Wang retirement from the senior citizen center, I asking myself, who is going to run for the council? There's only one requirement is what you've been doing for this community in the past 20 years. And you will see why. That's why we choose this big event today for the Flushing Queens future. So first of all, I would like to ask the president of Neng Wang, Dr. Zheng, to say a few words. Dr.
Hello, welcome everyone. I am Dr. Chen. Since the beginning of this year, COVID-19 pandemic has been affecting the life of everyone in the whole world. Flushing is of no exception. Because of the pandemic, a lot of problems emerged, waiting us to tackle. The immediate problem that our community facing is the small business have a hard time to survive. Consequently, they cannot pay their rent. In turn, landlord cannot pay their mortgage. Crime rates up, racial discrimination cases up. Among all this, the Department of Transportation proposed to create a busway, which prohibit all passenger cars to pass through downtown Flushing. This for sure would make it more miserable to conduct business in Flushing. We need an experienced leader who really understands our community, has been serving our community in the past, that can speak out for us in the City Hall and get help from the government to alleviate all this problem, to regain prosperity. Neng Wang has served the Nanshan Senior Center for the past 33 years until his retirement in 2019. He took part in all the major community events in the past, including as the director for the Chinese New Year parade for the last 20 years. He demonstrates care for the community, and I strongly believe Neng Wang is the right person to do the job. I sincerely hope that we all can support Neng Wang. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Next one, I would like to let the KDC Club, the vice president, and he also worked for Katie Jiang for a long time. Jeffrey, like to come say a few words?
Ni hao. Sorry, that's it. Certainly, as it started with Peter, is supporting you in the community as someone who's really going to fight for the community day in and day out, find out what the needs are, and back in Manhattan at the City Council, fight for that. We wish you the best of luck in this and certainly support you 100%. Thank you.
Your pronounce for ni hao is very good. Next one, I would like to welcome the Community Board 7, the first vice president, who is also a good friend of mine. Chuck?
Hello, everybody. Oh, don't hold that. Thank you. Ni hao. Michael, I would have wished we would have done this in June on a nice sunny day, but here we are. and I'm excited for you. I am the president of the neighboring community, Civic, I got it all confused, my C's, of the Clinton Democratic Club. As Peter said, I'm the vice chairman of our Community Board 7, and I'm also a commissioner for the New York City Civic Engagement Commission. So I have a lot of involvement in our community over the last 30 years, and it's important to have a very strong council member in our community that works with us. And we've been fortunate. The last 20 years, we've had some good people. With Peter Koo right now still working for us until the next year. And we look forward for Michael to continue that and for having a partner and a friend and someone we can have dialogue with on a regular basis so that we can work together to continue to make Flushing strong and to continue to work on items together like the busway that everybody's concerned about, to worry about the land use issues that we have in front of us, housing, the traffic in Flushing. We want our businesses to flourish. We want jobs. We want to make this to continue once we get through this pandemic and once everyone is feeling better again, and we will. We want to make sure that we can get back to a healthy environment, not just in our own personal health, but on our business and our neighborhood and our community health. And I look forward to working with Michael. I'll be here the next 8 years. I still live in here in the community. He represents me. Yeah, I'm actually his constituent. I'm in his district. And I look forward for that opportunity. And Michael, I wish you a lot of luck. And I'll continue to talk to you over the next couple of months as we get closer to the primary in June and the election in November. Thank you, everybody.
我们来今天的目的就是要支持王能作为下一任的市议员。我们为什么要支持王能呢？他刚刚自己也说了，很清楚。但是我想重要的一点就是，他真的是在这30几年里头，为了社区可以说是做了很大的牺牲，一点都没有怨言。所以他这种精神，如果到市议会的话，我相信他会被我们顾议员要做得更辉煌、更成功，而且对社区的贡献更能够显著。我相信我们都是同心合意的，希望王能先生能够顺利的当选作为下一任的市议员。
这是最重要的。不是个人不是我们个人，而是我们整个大家庭为王能支持支持他，他是最好的一个人选。所以在这里，我希望大家都来支持他他是我们最好的一个市议员祝你成功，谢谢。
那王能呢，在这个社区知道这个社区能够争取为社区的华人服务，能够让大家能够听得懂国语，这个很重要。所以我觉得大家应该要支持王能。
呼吁大家呢能够支持王能，希望他马到成功。然后我们也非常荣幸在美国完成我们的美国梦。我们的美国梦不完全为我们自己，还真正为了我们的华裔，还有美国大家来服务。
我认为王先生是最适合来竞选我们市议员的人选。为什么这样讲？因为他体谅我们这些社区的一些弱势群体。作为北京同乡会会长，我会动员我们这个乡亲，我们希望我们的老人呢，来用您手上的选票支持我们的王能先生，谢谢。
我们今天纽约东北同乡会也有几位同乡理事来参与支持，祝他马到成功，谢谢。
刚刚听到王能的5项诉求政见，非常的感动，非常的接地气，都是我们社区所需要的。希望王能能够带领我们法拉盛这个社区走向一个有品质的生活。
那我相信说，他以他的理念，还有过去他的坚持，还有他的毅力，还有他的努力，还有他的种种人脉啦，种种，他会把法拉盛建设的会更好这个是我是100%确认的那王先生，我们预祝就预祝你成功，预祝你继续为我们在这里华人在这继续努力谢谢你。
我相信没有人能够比王能更了解我们这个社区的需要，我也以跟王能同时作为华商会的理事为荣。
接下来我还要介绍一个人呢，Austin。He is running for 19th District Council member。这个 Austin 呢，他的妈妈是一个非常 著名的这个以前在 Chris Human 旁边的一个很重要的助手然后他妈妈也做过那个童子军的一个付出很多的人。那 Austin is running for 19th district, and today he is came here. Come, yeah. I want you to say if you were simply introduce yourself to my people, please.
Thank you, Peter. Appreciate it. Thank you for inviting me. I really wasn't expecting to speak, but the good news is you don't need to be prepared to say nice things about this gentleman over here. I have known him for 30 years, and he is one of the most extraordinary, one of the most caring, one of the most dedicated community servants. He is a dear, dear friend of my parents and my family. He is someone that I have always been able to go to for advice and to work with. And I'm just very thankful to be able to stand here with Michael as a friend and as a supporter. And I will tell you, as someone who has lived and grown up and worked in this area for many years, there are two things that are near and dear to my heart that I look for in any community leader. And that is this person someone that I would trust to help with my parents, to help them in their senior years? And is this someone that I would put my trust and my faith in on behalf of my 4-year-old son who's just starting to go through the school system? And the answer with Michael is a resounding yes. He is someone I trust for both my parents and my child, and I'm so looking forward to working with him and continuing our friendship, and I wish him the best, absolutely the best.
Austin, I want to say one thing, okay? Together, let's make Queens better, okay?
So next 4 years, we really need someone help to help us. 所以我觉得王能是应该到目前为止是最好的，因为他能够沟通我们上下、左右两岸，还有各种语言的这样。所以我们未来真的是需要一个真正帮我们的人的忙。这个是因为疫情的关系，所以谢谢大家。
哎，这么一个人才就这样子退休了，实在可惜。没想到他今年真的出来竞选我们的市议员，非常高兴，希望大家都能够支持他。我想我们同乡会一定能够，帮助王能这次能够当选。希望大家支持投票，最重要的是募款。好，谢谢。
在社区里面，我们也知道 Michael 服务大家，服务的很多。然后接下去呢，也要他再继续帮我们服务。那我仅代表华商会呢，这个祝 Michael 呢当选。大家有钱出钱，有力出力，